right, you guys, this one is a video about making the TRA warranty tickets. This will be for advanced students to get to know a little bit. So let's get started. So the link to make tickets is a little bit strange. It does not always work unless you use a straight bookmark. So I will be sharing that with you. So I will use the bookmark that I've created so that I can open this up and show you what this looks like. So here is the website for TRA tickets. As you can see, it's super, super basic. You need to give them as much detail as possible so they can best figure out which of their service techs to give the issue to and best figure out how to quickly fix the issue and possibly replace the least amount of parts. So I will walk you through one. I just grabbed one off the shelf that I know needs a ticket to send in to warranty. So let's get started. So the first thing is contact. Contact is always going to be me. You guys are not listed, but everybody in tech for the most part is listed. So I will select me, and anytime you make a ticket, please select my name. That makes sure the Chromebook gets back to TSI. Device is always going to be a Chromebook. We don't work with anything else right now, so that's going to be standard. Issue type. This is the one that's going to be a little bit interesting. So the device I'm looking at here is a strange one. I picked this one so you guys don't have to make this ticket. But this one says, screen says system failed attributes before signing in. Now, I did plug this one in for about 10 minutes and can't get it to turn on. So I suspect there's something greater going on with the device than meets the eye from what this ticket says. So I need to best figure out what to do in the case of sending this one in. So here's what I'll note on the issue type drop-down menu. Most of these are issue types that TRA will repair. If it says owner repair, which you'll see if I scroll down here, those mean that we will be repairing the device. So if it is something that you expect TSI to repair, you have to select owner repair and then that item. If it is something we expect to send into TRA, it cannot say owner repair. It must be one of the other options. And notice there are some above owner repair, but there's also some below owner repair. So just be cautious of that. Now for this one, I know it says there was something that came up on the screen that seemed weird, but because I can't get it to turn on now, I'm going to select the system no power freezes shutdown option because I cannot get power on the device. Now, normally when we're making tickets, you guys would be able to look them over, make sure we're selecting all the right stuff, and then send the device in or order the part. But because nobody's here and I'm the only one that can look at them, we're just pulling the ones that I know for sure need something for you guys to make these tickets for, and then we will get the parts or send them in respectively. So for this issue, because I can't get it to turn on, I am sending this one in because it seems like a bigger deal than what I need to deal with at the moment, since TSI is not operational. So we will choose system no power, which means it's not owner repair and it's getting sent in. So we'll select that. Location is always going to be York. Serial number, as you guys all know, is the service tag from the back. Remember, they all start with P. You must type it correctly, otherwise it may not be recognized. And then notes. This is where we need to give the details. Now, the device will get sent in with the sheet on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's in the system the way they'd like it, because they like to keep everything together. So the first thing I always write is what the issue is. So the first thing I'm going to type in here, device came in 10, showed on screen what it says here, system failed attributes. And I'm going to say that today, that I cannot get the device to turn on when it's plugged in. So there is a system issue. And then once you typed in as much of the description as we possibly have, we always need to notate if there is a stylus included or not. So check the bottom. There is a stylus. The new help desk slip does mark it on there. Stylus included. And then we can enter in the information on the student. I like to put the name, I like to put the ID number, I like to put the grade. If it's a middle school, I'd like to put which school so we know easier which one to give this back to. So this one is for all right, so that is everything I'm going to put in the notes box. Now, once I've done that, I can go ahead and add a new ticket if I'm going to write more than one, or I could submit. I prefer to hit submit each ticket, and it's easier to know which TRA warranty number I'm writing on each ticket. If you do multiple in a day, they're all going to show up at the bottom, and I'll show you what I mean. So let me hit submit. It'll show processing. And there you go, ticket created. There is their ticket number. That's what we need to write down on their sheet. And then we do need to print out the paper. That is something they are asking of us. So we will put that down here. So again, if you recall from what we've talked about before, 2020 is the year, 09 is the month, 08 is the day, and then the dot 0128 means it's the 128th ticket they've received so far today. So that is the gist on making a TRA warranty ticket. One more thing I want to add on TRA tickets, everybody, is if you come up with a ticket that has multiple problems. So some of these might be camera and microphone, or it may be liquid damage and a cracked screen, or a hinge and the bezel flap. We need to make sure we're noting in the notes section that it is both of those issues or all of the issues that have come up that you can find on the device. Just because you can only select one thing in the item drop-down menu, such as screen, owner repair, hinge, or liquid damage, or safety won't turn on, does not mean you can only write about one thing in the notes details. So please make sure if you get a device that you need to make a warranty ticket for and it has many things wrong with it, you are detailing all of those things, or if we need multiple parts, that you are mentioning all the different parts we need. And you also need to be very specific. If it's a right hinge or a left hinge, just be sure when you're making tickets that you include all of the things that it needs, whether we're sending it in or keeping it here and expecting parts to be delivered.